Good afternoon, sir. We are here for partnership with GreenLine. So,
Yes.
could you tell us about it, how it was the event?
Today was a very momentous day for us because GreenLine, as you probably know, is revolutionizing the whole decarbonization in long haul trucking, right? So they're moving to an alternative fuel of LNG, which will drastically reduce carbon footprints and make the environment more friendly. They've also now chosen our technology to add the whole safety angle to environment. So therefore, if you're able to have safer drivers, if you're able to have less accidents, then together with sustainability, you're adding safety. Together with environmental improvements, you're adding safety. So therefore, sustainability as a whole goes up dramatically, right? So Greenline has decided to partner with us and use our technology on all of their LNG trucks as they manufacture them and release them on the road. So
Yeah.
that's a moment of big pride for us.
Let's talk about your flagship product, Driver Eye. How
Yes.
the name came in your mind and how it worked out.
Sure. So there are many interpretations to this, but the easiest one to remember is that for us, it's all about vision, right? Our entire device runs on camera-based sensors. So in a way, it recognizes things that your eyes see, right? So driver eye is just another form of saying that you have a second pair of eyes helping the driver drive, right? Looking both outside the vehicle and looking at the driver himself.
Yeah. Let's talk about road safety. It is the area where government is also focusing. And
Yes.
right now the strike happened where the truck drivers were agitating because they were not in favor of something which were going against them.
Yes.
So how you look at it and how you means you have to look at government also. You have to look at the driver safety also.
Yes.
So how your company look at it and how you see the.
I think it all goes hand in hand, right? If you look at the agitation which happened recently, the big issue that we have in our country is that invariably, if a large vehicle has an incident or an accident, the driver of the large vehicle is automatically believed to be at fault, right? Now, with our technology, right, and to be honest with you, there are lots of times when it is actually not the large vehicle driver's fault, right? With our technology, the driver then has the ability to show within a few minutes of the incident actually happening, uh, proof through video of what actually happened, right? Now, imagine a situation where, typically otherwise drivers just don't have an option but to run away from the vehicle in case there is an event, right? Because otherwise the local people, etc., become enraged. In this case, with our technology, on his mobile phone, in a few minutes, he can get the actual video of what happened and save himself not only from untoward incidents with the public, but also from being unnecessarily detained by the police and so on and so forth. So exoneration is a big thing that our technology actually provides.
Let's talk about the product. What are the features and what could be the future possibility if you see the technology?
Sure. So our product is probably has incorporated the most cutting edge of technologies that you have in the market today. Uh, Firstly, there is the device, right, which is camera based, which has a very high end processor because it processes images in real time on the device itself. It also has storage. We store up to 100 hours of video on the device itself. So there is a lot of technology which goes into the camera based device itself, right? Next comes the whole algorithms which allow the device to recognize an incident, right? These are the artificial intelligence, machine learning technologies which enable, a preemptive notification of an impending incident to a driver, right? Which we classify as alerts, right? These alerts could be, based on the forward-looking camera, it could be following distance, for example. Based on the inward-looking camera, it could be driver talking on the phone, not wearing a seat belt, right, or being drowsy, right. Each one of these, the recognition of this happens through artificial intelligence and the algorithms behind it, right. So that's the second kind of technology. The third kind of technology is when we actually create a video of that incident, transfer it through the cloud to the end user customer, whether it's a fleet manager or a safety manager, in a way that they're able to digest the information usefully, and they're able to analyze things like driver behavior, right? Things like driver scoring, things like who are their best drivers, who are the drivers which need coaching. All of this is created through different types of technology that I described, right? And all of this happens in house, all of this happens in India. The device also gets manufactured in India through our manufacturing partner, and we export it globally.
So when you were talking about it, I had one question about it: the infrastructure and the internet service. Because I guess for this you need something which
Sure.
will, yeah. So could you tell me, like, is there any challenge in India when it comes to having all these things at place?
Look, our network coverage is improving day by day. Okay, but there are still pockets of geographies where network coverage can be bad.
Yeah,
However, that's not really a showstopper. As I said, we record every minute of drive time, and it gets stored on the device.
yeah,
So if there is an alert which gets created,
yeah,
right, it will still alert the driver inside the cabin. Whether there is 4G signal or not doesn't matter,
yeah,
right? However, the only thing which gets impacted is the upload of that video to the fleet manager. Now, it might not happen immediately because there is no network coverage, but as soon as the vehicle enters an area where the network is better, all the pending videos get uploaded. So, um, yes, there are some pockets in our infrastructure where networks are not ideal, but that's really not a showstopper for us.
yeah. So now we are talking about the challenges. Could you tell me about the opportunities and challenges when it comes to road safety? Because your product is rely on the road safety. How, where you see opportunities and the challenges?
So, the the biggest area, as we spoke about today, is amongst commercial fleets, right? Oil and gas carriers, chemical carriers, carriers of precious goods, steel carriers, carriers of perishable commodities, right? All of these are areas where most of our clients want to adopt the technology. The other area is for employee transport, right? Because now increasingly safety and well-being of employees is very important. So employee carriers, especially those that employees who work at night, especially female employees, all of these areas are ideally suited to our technology. There are other areas. I talked about cash carrying vans, right? It could be school buses, where safety of children. It could be, so the use cases and the applicability is very, very wide ranging, and we've just touched the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. So now, since this is last question, since you're a business guy, let's talk about the business. Who are the other collaborators you're working with, and could you tell us about it?
So, I will not name names
Yeah,
because some of them could be sensitive,
yeah,
but take one of the world's largest oil and gas companies,
yeah,
right? They have mandated that every tanker truck will have our device,
yeah,
and in case our device is not functioning, the tanker truck will stop at the side of the road,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Some of the largest fleet operators in the country, right? One of our largest Indian FMCG companies, right? One of our largest chemical carrying companies. I talked about a writer who's gone public with us,
yeah,
who's a cash management company.
yeah,
All of these are our customers, and
yeah.
they continue to grow.
And how is the review? Because now the road safety has become
So,
bigger issue.
as I said, um, both globally as well as in India, our customers are telling us that they see up to 50% reduction in accidents when they deploy our technology. And 50% is a lot. So um, they are extremely gung ho about the fact that they derive value from a technology like ours.
Sir, thank you so much for giving your time to CV Magazine, and it was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you very much. My
Best of
pleasure.
luck. Thank you.